All right. Hey guys, what's up? Ed O'Keefe here. Today we're going to talk about what is all the hype about GoHighLevel, SaaS as a business model, and how does it relate to your personal brand, growing your business, and AI. So, for the last couple of years, I've been working behind the scenes with a lot of elite level experts, business owners, service providers that charge high tickets, like bigger tickets, 15,000, 25,000, $65,000. And one of the things coming into 2023, now we're almost approaching summer of 2024, is last year I said to a couple of my clients, if you want to get the same amount of high level coaching club clients or consulting clients or sell your services at a premium, you got to really focus on quadrupling your lead flow. And the reason is when you have a little bit of chaotic economic times, money costs more, there's just going to be a longer buying cycle. Less people are going to cut information, or they look at luxuries like consulting, coaching, memberships. They start cutting those first, right? But the one thing they never cut off is their electricity, their gas, their water, their and like maybe their one or two favorite things. They need those things to operate their household. And keep that in mind as I come full circle on all of this, right? Going to take you back a little bit to 20 something years ago. I was in Dan Kennedy's Platinum Mastermind. It was 25K to be in there, even 35K if you want to add some consulting on top of it. And one of the big things that was so new was this thing called information marketing, right? Information marketing was blowing up. And then we used a hybrid model where you'd actually start doing marketing for people. The biggest problem we had back then was that we couldn't install it into a software. We couldn't put it into their CRM. And this is when Infusionsoft came around. So I remember being one of the first affiliates for Infusionsoft, being one of the first people to create all this marketing for my niche, which was dentistry. And we gave it to them to give to my clients. Now, over time, those lines became a little blurry. And the next thing, every dentist in the country was able to utilize my stuff because it was part of the Infusionsoft package. Now, I'm not complaining, no sour grapes there. But if I knew now what I knew then, which is that if I was able to take all my clients 18 years ago and give them my best marketing and then integrate it into a marketing software that was cost effective for them, actually worked, and then was able to take email, texting, voice broadcasting, social media, inboxes, and integrate it all into one thing. Funnel building, like better than ClickFunnels, better than Lead Pages, better than all those things. You're able to actually take communities, right? So I remember I actually paid a guy like $3,000 a month to get access to what was called communities back in the day. With GoHighLevel, everything I just mentioned right there, folks, the email, the texting, the voice broadcasting, the centralized inbox from every single social media channel, it is all integrated into one place. You want to post things to social media, you can go to Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, which is now X, I know that, LinkedIn, and I'm just waiting till they add the feature for YouTube because I'll be super excited about that. I know I'm missing one. Oh, did I say TikTok? Yeah, so that's there too. So you could do all those things in one location. And I'm only scratching the surface of what's possible for all of us, for local businesses. So if you own, I know I have a few buddies who own restaurants. I specialize in working with service providers, specifically, like I've always helped dentists for 13 years. So it's very intuitive for me to notice, okay, cool, you need patients, you need clients, you can open up your Google My Business messaging app and they can go right to your AI bot, which I haven't even talked about that yet. So that's the hype around it. So that's why I'm super stoked. That's why I'm super passionate. And the two big statistics that grabbed my attention early on was 86% retention on software, 19 to 23% retention on coaching businesses and information marketing businesses. So if you look at what business model is going to help me be more successful for the next 10 years, 20 years, and what's going to add passive assets, recurrent income best, there is no question in my mind that adding your personal brand or your core business with leveraging it with technology, a marketing software, combining it with AI. And for those of you that are friends that want to actually resell that to other people, whether it's as a white label or affiliate, I can think of no better business model than the one I'm explaining right now to you. In fact, below this video, you should be able to either buy GoHighLevel with my affiliate link, because we're going to have a free course that's going to show people how to succeed with it. The other thing that we're doing, and another way to work together, is that if you plan on white labeling it and going into a very specific market, like I'm back in dentistry, and I'm also opening it up to other medical practices and as well as some local businesses I'm testing with. But we could have you be a part of our group and give you all our free bonuses and help you grow that business as well. If you are a friend of mine and you're like, Ed, I want to move over to GoHighLevel, I'd like to ask you to go ahead and buy it through our white label, which there will be a link below this video as well, because I have the benefit, since I'm white labeling, of giving you all the features of GoHighLevel. Plus, I can give you the other white labels I'm investing in, right? So we have a Zappy AI that costs a couple grand to buy out of the gate. I can provide that as one of the snapshots into your system so you can install it into your business. Now, some of this might be confusing. If you have questions, reach out. I'll jump on a call with you or we can chat. Okay. So backing up a level. Number one big thing is there's never been this big of an opportunity, in my opinion. And I'm seeing some old friends of mine who are just absolutely crushing it by taking their intellectual property, instead of spending so much time trying to get 2,000, 2,500, 5,000, 15,000 upfront. They're selling their softwares at $1,000, $500, $2,500, but it's an integrated marketing system where all the intellectual property and marketing tools are given absolutely free as part of working with that white label or that affiliate. Does that make sense? Are you tracking me? Am I totally all over the board? I feel like I am, but I'm super excited about this. Now, a couple of things. One is, here's 3 ways we can work together to help grow your business. Okay. So if you want to white label it and do it yourself, the thing I recommend doing is go ahead and buy through my affiliate link below. You're going to want the SAAS Pro level. That's the $495 a month level. Okay. On top of that, we'll go ahead and give you a free course on how to grow your own white label and how to dominate a niche. Okay. Coming out with 3 courses: personal branding gold rush, AI marketing, and building out a social media agency using AI, because that's what we're leading with when we go into these niches, because it stands out more than just saying, hey, I'm going to show you how to get new patients, or hey, I'm going to show you how to get new clients. Okay. We're utilizing the AI integrations that go into GoHighLevel and all the automations. You can test it out absolutely free. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty incredible. Okay. Imagine a 24/7, 365 person selling on your behalf that knows your website, knows the answers better than anyone else. That's pretty incredible. So that's number one. Go ahead and do that. Notify me. You can email me at ed@offerwingman.com. And when you buy through my affiliate link, and then we'll get you access. Sometimes with the browser and cookies, these don't go through, so we can help you get notified. Now, if that's not interest of you, don't worry about that. Now, if you, by the way, I don't know who shouldn't be. Like, everybody who is in business, this is the one thing I need to tell you, is that everybody in business is going to need this. Okay. This is going to continue growing at an exponential rate. There's no saturation happening in the marketplace. I'm thinking of a really good buddy of mine who I'm going to send this to, who has multiple restaurants. His wife has an aesthetics business. They should be buying our white label, and then they should also be, or they should become a SaaSpreneur immediately. And then we can give them the features in order to enhance their restaurant, their aesthetics business. But when they're ready, they can white label and go to other restaurants if they want to, which that's a lower margin business, might be a little more difficult unless they really want to. But what they're doing in the aesthetic side of it, they could definitely white label and go nationwide. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you how do you compete when you're a little bit late to the market, or how do you compete when you're dealing with a really competitive market? I'm going to get to that in a second. If you are somebody who's I have a coaching business, I have a insurance business, or I just want to be able to follow my leads better, and I want to use AI, and I want to have a place where I can send out my invoices, do 2-way text messaging. I want to have a place where my team can actually follow up with people. I want to build up marketing funnels, build up landers, build up web pages. You just go ahead and buy directly through our white label Offer Wingman AI. And you'll have a link below this video, and we'll get you set up. We have an onboarding process. And then we do inner circle calls every Tuesday for people that are on that. And then people who are in the niche domination membership, you will be getting calls every Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday, you get both. What else did I want to talk about? Okay. So how do you compete in your market? Here's a little ninja tip. because one of my new clients was asking me a question because he's going into a pretty competitive market where there's already people selling software as a service, as well as he just a little bit, he'd be competing against people that he's already doing what I want to do. And I said, you're thinking a little bit wrong about this, right? So let's talk about dentistry, for example. I'm going to give you my market. It's a big market. I like the market. My most success when I went into dentistry was, well, helping people get new patients, right? But when you do that, you get every single dental office in the country and in the world that want to work with you, or they might need new patients. Now, the one fact on that, though, is that when you break that down, only about 5 to 20% business owners think like me and you, like they're actually going to buy and invest in a marketing system and lead generation and post content or do any of those things to promote their business. The rest of them are thinking like, I don't really know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Let's network, let's do word of mouth. And it's just a slower model. They don't follow up with enough people. A lot of problems there. So what I said to him is, I said, like, when I'm in dentistry, I have the best success. Who I help the most quickest are my dental implant doctors. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Number one is I understand that market pretty intimately. Okay. Now, does it take a long time to understand a market? No, not necessarily. Like when I went into dentistry so many years ago, I was 26 years old, brand new, wet behind the ears, naive. And those were all my strategic advantages, right? And so what I told him was, if someone is out there trying to sell, hey, how to get new patients to your dental practice, I'm going to stand out more because I'm going to say how AI allows you to attract dental implant cases. Or are you sick and tired of price-driven dental implant cases? Immediately, that person who I'm trying to speak to is going to see that message over the person that's saying, hey, how to grow your dental practice 25%, because everybody can make those claims. Does that make sense? Or knowing a little bit more about this industry, I would say a simple like one-liner: sick and tired of price-driven patients or dental implant patients, question mark. Tired of wasting your chair time with people that don't even know what the investment is into dental implants. What if I told you that AI combined with our unique marketing messaging and automation can pre-educate, pre-qualify, and pre-sell patients before you ever get there, like something like that. And that'll stand out way more. And so you can go around every single niche. There's hundreds of niches, and you can start saying how. There's one client I had that he was a Jewish attorney, he's a Jewish social media dude who worked with Black attorneys. Like, just coincidentally, when I looked at all his case studies, and I said to him, I'm like, bro, you got like a great like story here. Like, all your case studies happen to be African-American dudes who are attorneys who live in metropolitan areas, and you're this Jewish guy from Florida. Why don't you utilize that? Because it's so unique. It's a great story. It'll get people to chuckle. Totally will offend a few people. Good. Let them all be offended. But that's where he was getting results. Okay. So there's room for all of us in this game. And do I think it's going to saturate? You got to think about it, guys. Something like Salesforce is like $1 trillion business now. Okay. And so you think about Salesforce, you think about the ClickFunnels, you think about the Infusionsoft, you think about the lead pages. Those are all people that are going to be moving over. Not everybody, but you get my point. ClickFunnels peoples are going to be moving over to GoHighLevel once you get into this system. I was blown away by it. My little quick story: I didn't even know you could resell GoHighLevel, or I would have been reselling this over 2 years ago. My quick story was, I have this love-hate relationship with agencies. And if there's more hate in it than there is love, but I like to move really fast on things. And I was like, hey, can we get this page changed? And can we get this funnel built out? And I would build out the funnel like on my PowerPoint. I did it really fast. And they're like, sure. I'm like, okay, when's it going to be done? And this was like on a Monday. They're like, next Monday. I'm like, we're testing new ads tomorrow. Like, I'm supposed to wait 6 days for you guys to like get it down your project management pipeline. So I went in there and I just did it myself. And I was like, I got it done in like less than 90 minutes, easy. And then what I discovered was that every time I was working with this agency, I was jumping on a phone call or a Zoom call with a guy in, I'm just saying Nigeria, because some of the VAs that I'm working with now are in Nigeria, Pakistan, India, Central America, Philippines. That's everybody I talk to. And so I started realizing, like, man, this guy's amazing. And so I started looking up on Upwork. I was like, how much are these guys paying for this guy? And it had to be like $15 an hour, because there was just so many people that are really well versed in GoHighLevel sitting there like ready right now to work more effectively than my full-time programmers were, like that are charging 80 to 120 bucks. And if I ever need something complicated, I just pay somebody 25 bucks instead of 15. And that's when the light bulb started going off. So I started doing that. I started just doing it myself. Like I'd change the ad or change the landing page, throw the opt in there. And the only thing I really needed help with was like, I'm like, hey, just check my tagging on this to make sure it's connecting to the workflow. And I'm not a techie guys. I'm not a techie person, guys. And all of a sudden, we started getting stuff done at the speed and the rate that I wanted it done. And then I realized all I got to do is go to my one or two or three Upwork guys, and I'd say, hey, can you fix this real quick? Boom, and it gets done. I was like, what am I doing working with an agency charging $3,000 a month? And then that's where the light bulb started going off. Okay, now what I didn't realize was that I had the other attributes too, that I could actually cancel my Kajabi, that I could cancel my email, that I could cancel all these extra costs that I was spending out here. Vimeo, we could load that all up into GoHighLevel into one location. And so that's the hype, right? They pay 40% on commissions. They are doing trainings literally every single day of the week. So if you ever have a tech issue, we're going to have support, but they have support. There's people doing incredible things with it. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to share this with you. So I'm trying to get this out to all my friends, all my family, everybody in my ecosystem who happens to either own a business, is a personal brand that I've either helped or has had interest in, like our virtual workshops in the past, that want to grow their business. I have one client right now that literally, he's just posting on YouTube Shorts and one or two longer form videos every week, and it's added multiple seven figures to his practice. And that's all he does. They don't spend money on ads anymore. That is just one of over a dozen people I know who've gotten off the Facebook ads train wreck, and they're starting to just do organic content, and it's working better than ads for them. Now, of course, some businesses go right to ads. It's the right thing for your business. I'm not a hater on ads. Trust me, I've made my whole living off of ads. But it's possible for you, even if you're like, Ed, I'm new to this, or I don't really know what I'm doing. Listen, this is the best business model in the world for people that want to work either in your business or with other business owners. Okay. You're probably missing leads. You don't have the automations set up. You don't have an AI bot responding to people within minutes. If you don't have some of the things I mentioned here today, either grab it through my affiliate link, email me at ed@offerwingman.com. I'll tell you the right plan for what you're trying to accomplish, and we'll get up and rolling really quickly. So the train is moving. Hope you're amazing. Click the like button below if this is up on YouTube, and leave a comment. Say, cool stuff, Ed. Can you talk about this? I'll talk about whatever else you want me to talk about. Shift. This is a newer shift for me from a content perspective, so I may be rambling a little bit. I'll get better as we go. That's how it works. But appreciate you. Love you. Have an amazing day. And I really want you to succeed. I really believe that. I was telling my son, I took him out to breakfast the other day, and he was like, would you invest in that company? I'm like, listen, like, you don't need to invest in a company like this. I told my wife, they're not a public company. And I'm like, that's not where you would invest. Like, you take $10,000, you put it in there, you're not going to get paid back for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I'm like, but what if you took that same amount of $300, $500, and I'm like, Mike, I go, look, the same way you raise money in high school for like your walkathons or whatever, create a list of 30 business owners that send them the self-selling AI bot that sells itself. Like, people can try it out. I'm going to say 3 sign up, 5 sign up, 10 sign up over time. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to start making 200 to 300 bucks a month per person that is using a service that makes their business more profitable. There's nothing more powerful than that. Okay. It's so much different. Like, when you give advice to people, they get the advice, and then the leadership they may stick around for. But there's so much information nowadays. When I started in the information business world, there was no internet, there was no Facebook, there was none of these things. We listened to audio tapes and we read newsletters. Nowadays, I could listen to 4 hours of stuff on YouTube every day, of podcasts and stuff. It's what I do anyway, right? So I don't want to spend a lot of money on information. I will spend a lot of money on insight and leverage, But man, if I can get a whole marketing system art installed, excuse me, to get 20-year shortcut in that amount of time, incredible. One more thing, last thing I want to share with you is I built this whole PowerPoint in, can you see that? It says, say goodbye to price-driven patients. That's an AI-driven image. I built all of these images in a matter of, a couple minutes, banging out, where before you'd have to have a graphic designer and other stuff like that. You actually have GoHighLevel is actually connected to an AI, to OpenAI and ChatGPT. I know it's going to get better, but check that out. Eliminate unqualified patients and empty chair time. That image says a million words. We're going to run Facebook ads with that right now. But if you're sitting on the sidelines or you're busy, man, this is the time to wake up. I've had so many friends be like, I'm interested, but they haven't signed up. Dude, you guys are just wasting time. You're wasting, the train has left the building. So anyhow, love you. Appreciate you. Again, sign up on the affiliate link if you want to be in. If you don't, I'm totally cool with that. No pressure on this end. If you have questions, edit offerwingman.com. If you have my cell phone, text me directly, and happy to respond on that. And then look forward to helping you. Let's grow together. All right. Peace out, everybody.